Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. We have seen the formation of alkanes. Let's look at some of the reactions of alkanes. Alkanes give the substitution reactions. We have seen this before. This is because alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. They have only single covalent bonds. So the hydrogen atoms can be easily replaced by some other atom. So let's look at some of the substitution reactions. We have methane. It is made to react with chlorine. So we are carrying out the chlorination of methane. So what happens? One hydrogen atom is replaced by one chlorine atom. So this requires the presence of sunlight. It forms CH3Cl and HCl is liberated. So let's see what is happening. We can write methane in this form. That is, all the hydrogen atoms are bonded to the carbon atom by single covalent bonds. So when we have chlorine molecule, that is ClCl, one chlorine replaces one hydrogen atom. So we get chloromethane plus HCl. This process continues as long as we have the hydrogen atoms. So after this, the chlorine again reacts. So this chlorine atom replaces this hydrogen atom. It forms dichloromethane and HCl is liberated. Now, in the next step, one hydrogen atom is again replaced by another Cl. So we get trichloromethane, which is also known as chloroform. And in the last step, the last hydrogen atom is replaced by a chlorine atom. So finally, we get tetrachloromethane. So now all the hydrogen atoms of methane are substituted by chlorine atoms. So we get tetrachloromethane and HCl is liberated. So alkanes give the substitution products. This is because all the bonds in alkanes, they are single covalent bonds. So the hydrogen atoms can be easily replaced by some other atoms. Another important reaction. We know all organic compounds on combustion give carbon dioxide plus water and heat is released. So is true for alkanes. So when we have methane, on burning in the presence of oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide, water and releases heat. Similarly, ethane, another alkane, on combustion, it releases carbon dioxide, water and heat. So all organic compounds on combustion give the same products. Observe what happens here. In this case, in this trough, a soapy solution is taken. Methane gas is passed through this soap solution. Observe what happens. So it forms methane bubbles. And as a spark of flame is applied, it easily catches fire. Methane gas is lighter than air. So when methane gas is passed through soap solution, it forms methane bubbles. Since it is lighter than air, when it is given a slight jerk, it rises. Since methane is highly combustible, as we saw here, a little spark of flame applied makes it catch fire rapidly. This is the reason that we use alkanes or particularly methane as fuels. The cooking gas that we use at home uses methane as the main fuel. Recall the three functional groups. Alcohol, identified by the presence of OH. Aldehyde, identified by a CHO group. And carboxylic acid, identified by a COOH group. We know the slow combustion of alkanes in the presence of a catalyst potassium dichromate gives the alcohol, then the corresponding aldehyde, then the corresponding carboxylic acid, and finally the combustion of carboxylic acid gives carbon dioxide and water. So any alkane that we take, if we start with CH4, that is methane, on oxidation in the presence of potassium dichromate, it forms the corresponding alcohol, that is CH3OH. Methanol on further oxidation gives methanol. Methanol on oxidation gives methanoic acid, and methanoic acid on oxidation gives carbon dioxide plus water. So the slow combustion of alkanes is the same for all alkanes. So all alkanes follow these subsequent steps. Identify X in this reaction. So we are given C2H5CHO. The first step is to see that it has a CHO group. That means it is an aldehyde. Now it has 3 carbon atoms. This means it is propanol. On oxidation, in the presence of K2Cr2O7, it forms the corresponding carboxylic acid. Since we are starting with an aldehyde, on oxidation it gives the corresponding carboxylic acid. We have propanol, so on oxidation it gives propanoic acid, which is identified by 3 carbon atoms. So we get C2H5COOH. So propanol, that is C2H5CHO, on oxidation gives us propanoic acid. Can we get one hydrocarbon from another hydrocarbon? There is one very important reaction given by alkanes, which is known as pyrolysis. In this case, methane gives us ethyne. This requires a very high temperature, that is 1500 degrees Celsius. This is a very high temperature. It's not very easy to get a triple bond from a single covalent bond compound. So methane is a saturated hydrocarbon. In this, all the bonds are single covalent bonds. On pyrolysis, it gives ethyne, that is CH bonded to another CH by a triple covalent bond. So such a reaction in which one type of hydrocarbon, that is alkyne, can be obtained from another type of hydrocarbon, that is alkane, is known as a pyrolysis reaction. And when it is carried out for alkanes, this type of a particular pyrolysis reaction is known as cracking. We can get pyrolysis reactions starting from alkenes and alkynes as well. So when we get the pyrolysis reactions starting from alkanes, this particular pyrolysis reaction is known as cracking. So in this case, methane at a very high temperature, that is 1500 degrees Celsius, gives us ethyne and hydrogen gas is released. As I had mentioned before, methane is a highly combustible gas. It easily catches fire. That is why the cooking gas that we use at homes is made up of methane. All alkanes are very good fuels, but methane in particular is a very good fuel which is used for cooking purposes.